My name is Caleb Wilson, and I'm here with associate brokers Braden Hughes and Dylan Walker Heflin. We are brokers for Koala Express Insurance. We are here to inform you about the implications of marijuana use and how it can affect your workers' compensation claims. We will begin with Dylan giving you a brief summarization of the legal aspects of marijuana.
I'm Dylan Walker Heflin of Koala Express Insurance, and I will be discussing the availability of medical marijuana and its role with workers' comp. The availability of workers' comp payments and its effect on medical marijuana has become a hot topic as medical marijuana continues to be legalized across the country. There are currently 33 states and counting that have legalized the use of medical marijuana. Federally, workers' comp does not cover for the use of medical marijuana, but some states do offer some coverage. However, some people do want to have medical marijuana covered as a second option besides opioids and other medicine that can carry negative side effects. A good example of this is Daniel Wright, a cable installer out of Massachusetts who injured his knee stepping off a ladder. Instead of using other medicines, he thanks marijuana for his recovery. Wright was able to lean himself off other opioids and other medications with no negative side effects. He also said he spent over $24,000 on marijuana while recovering from injury. Currently, 6 states have passed some rulings about the reimbursement for medical marijuana payments. These states include Connecticut, Minnesota, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New Mexico, and New York. There are currently very few guidelines for the dosages when it comes to marijuana, and companies and workers' comp are struggling with this because there is no evidence to tell them how much is too much or too little. New Mexico is the only state that has passed a fee schedule with 1 unit per day, a unit being 1 gram, and 230 units per 3 months being allowed. Now Braden will discuss the instances where states deny marijuana claims when it comes to workers' compensation.
Hi, I'm Braden Hughes of Koala Express Insurance, and I'll be discussing the interaction between the state and federal legislation of workers' compensation and marijuana. Marijuana is widely controversial throughout the United States depending on where a company is located, and due to your company having operations all around the nation, it is important to understand where the differences are regarding the individual state laws. Firstly, it is important to note that even if a state legalizes marijuana, the federal law still dictates how workers' compensation responds to injuries involving marijuana in the system. A controversial aspect of federal law trumping the medical marijuana legislature arises with employee discrimination based on disability. It is important to note that employers are within their rights to ban marijuana in the workplace, which could lead to many problems. Workers' compensation can be denied if any amount of THC is in the system, which can take up to 40 days from last use to be cleansed. This can lead to issues regarding the possibility that employees weren't under the influence at the time of injury, indicating that marijuana didn't play a role in the injury itself. Studies have shown that marijuana can lead to reduced anxiety, reduced inflammation and pain, control nausea and vomiting caused by cancer chemotherapy, kill cancer cells and slow tumor growth, relax tight muscles for people with multiple sclerosis, and stimulate appetite and improve weight gain in people with cancer and AIDS. This clearly raises some issues with states barring workers' compensation where it is recreationally legal due to such an extended time frame of positive THC testing and the proven positive effects of marijuana. In addition to looking at the current relationship between workers' compensation and marijuana, it is important to look at the future of workers' compensation claims as more states begin to legalize. Next, Caleb will be discussing the relationship between workers' compensation premiums and marijuana.
So there are ways to save money on workers' compensation premiums by maintaining a drug-free workplace. This is my number one opinion on how you should do that. There are many different drug testing systems that businesses can implement. For instance, Quest Diagnostics provides drug testing services to employers in the United States. I highly recommend using them. Drug usage varies by each state individually. Some are higher than others. Depending on what state your operations are based out of, there are 13 states that offer discounts on premiums if they are considered a drug free workplace. Some of them offer a certain percentage of discounts, such as 5% or even as much as 10% on premiums, while some offer different unique benefits for being a drug free workplace. Overall, given the complexity of your company's operations, we think that it is very important for you to be informed on the nature of marijuana in the workplace. The legislature for marijuana is rapidly changing in the United States, so it is crucial to consistently stay ahead of the changes that may affect your company. Thank you very much for your time. If you have any other questions, please let us know.